Okay, so good afternoon, all of you once again.
Good afternoon,
Good
ma'am.
afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
ma'am.
Okay, so in the last class, you watched a video in which the syllables and stress were clearly explained, right? I
Yes,
hope
ma'am.
you all remember that. And so what do you mean by syllable? Can anyone give me the definition? You had written it down in your notebook. Shane, what is a syllable? Ishal, it's okay if you don't get. It's just I was just trying to check whether you remember it. Or you can tell that in your own words. What do you mean by syllable? Ishal Benish.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
A unit of pronunciation
Hmm.
having one vowel sound with or without consonants
Surrounding consonants. Okay. So again, I heard, I don't know whether what I heard is by mistake. Was it, did you say the word as pronunciation?
Pronunciation.
Pronunciation. Okay, fine. So a unit of pronunciation having a single vowel sound with or without surrounding consonant is called a syllable. And you understood how important is the stress on the syllables. Okay, the stress on the syllable has got a lot to do with the right pronunciation of that particular word. So along with all the other tips, this has to be added, the stress on the syllables. And that's the reason why I showed you the video. Though the video was a bit lengthy, it's around 13 point some minutes. I just showed you 4 to 5 minutes of the video. And in that video, you got it clearly how the syllables, how the words are divided into syllables and what does the word stress mean. So what do you mean by stress? What do you mean by stress? Amrita? What do you mean by stress on a syllable? What's special about that?
Stressing for the right pronunciation.
Yes, yeah, stressing on the syllable for the right pronunciation. So my question is, what do you mean by stress? What do you mean by stress? Amna, were you present in the last class?
No, ma'am.
You were not present, yeah. So Tanmay, yes, Tanmay.
Saying a particular letter loudly.
Okay, saying a particular syllable. We are talking about the syllable. So saying that syllable a bit louder, higher,
Emphasize.
and longer. Yes, emphasizing. So that particular syllable should stand apart from the remaining syllables. So in that, they showed the word banana. If you don't stress on any particular syllable, how will the word sound banana, right? You might sound like a minion, banana. Huh? So rather than that, when you stress on the second syllable, it will sound like Hessa?
Banana.
How will the
Banana.
word? Banana, right? So banana. So the second syllable is said with a louder pitch, a little more elongation of the word, and it might be a bit higher tone. That is how the stress is given. Now, I would like you to watch the remaining 2 or 3 minutes of the video to understand how we decide the stress. Are there any basic rules that decide the stress on the syllables? And you also might be remembering how the words can be divided into syllables. One is the clapping method, and the next one is the method in which you keep your hand under your jaw and count the number of times your jaw drops, right? Every time your jaw drops down, you have to count that as one syllable. Okay, fine. You can also see a small line, just apostrophe, just before the syllable that has to be stressed.
Ma'am, can you show your board once again?
Arrive. I'll write arrive. Arrive can be, this is just for information, you know, no need of writing this. Arrive. See, again, we are using just one letter here. This is called the schwa sound. That is a short, the shortest vowel sound. Arrive. Huh? And you can see the line here. And any word, let it be any word, if you check in the dictionary, you will be able to get the right pronunciation as well as the stress on the syllable. So when you are building your vocabulary, when you learn new words, two things that you have to, not two things, three things that you have to take care is, first, the pronunciation of the word, then the stress on the syllable, and obviously the usage. Okay, fine. Now, I'm going to give you a few more words which come under nouns, adjectives, and verbs. Okay, this you can note down. Progress, object. See, all these are noun forms, okay? Some words can be written both in the noun form as well as in the verb form. So what I'm giving in the first column are the nouns.
Ma'am,
Yes.
what you wrote is colleague, right?
Yes. The second set of words are adjectives. That's it.
And fourth,
Okay.
fourth word of
Co-
adjective, what it is?
Colleague.
Ma'am, adjectives.
Huh?
Ma'am, the
Oh,
second part.
dormant, dormant. What do you mean by the word dormant? Dormant feelings, something that is lying asleep inside you. Dormant feelings. Bring out the dormant creativity from inside you. So something which is not active, very passive inside you is called dormant, and it is used as an adjective. Okay? So applying the rule, all these words, one set of words are the nouns, the second set of words are the adjectives, and all these words are of 2 syllables. Okay, Isa, read the first 2 words.
Progress.
Highlight. See, initially, let it be like exaggerated. You can exaggerate. What do you mean by exaggeration? Just a moment. Excuse me. What do you mean by exaggerate? Angelia?
Tell
Huh?
tell about something.
Huh? Tell about something. Just telling about something is called exaggeration.
No, ma'am.
Detail something.
Very
Detail
Yes.
something.
Detail something too much. Right. Doing something or
Or
describing
highlight that word.
Yes, highlighting too much in an extreme way. That is called exaggeration. Exaggeration, right? T-I-O-N, penultimate syllable, focus on that, stress on that. So exaggeration. So initially, till we are comfortable using the stress, you can exaggerate the stress. Then ultimately, it will come out natural. Okay, so Isa, the first two words?
progress.
Yes, exactly. Now it is highlighted. Very good. Then,
Object.
huh? No, it's not highlighted.
Object.
Object. Right, object. See, I'll tell you the difference. When the word object is used as a noun, the stress is put on the first syllable and it becomes object, right? And you might have seen in movies, when it comes to a situation in the court, I object to your honor, right? In that object, which is a syllable stressed?
Second
one.
syllable.
That means there it is used
in
as a
quotes.
verb.
Verb.
Yes, it is used as a verb. I object to your honor. See, look at the difference. What is this object called? What is this object called? Here I am stressing on the first syllable, and it is very obvious that it is a noun. And when you use the same word as a verb, the stress is shifted to the second syllable, making the word pronounced like object. There are many words like that. Present, right? Present, present. Some words, the same word can be used as a noun as well as a verb. So when you are pronouncing the word, please make sure that you highlight the stress. Let it be exaggerated. So the first two words are progress and object. Then Anisha, the third and fourth.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Colleague,
Third and fourth.
colleague,
Which is the third after object? What is the word after object?
record,
See, take care of the R. See, when you are focusing on the stress, please don't forget about the pronunciation tips. It has to be applied.
record,
Record, right? Record. Then the next one.
colleague,
Colleague, yes, ka. The plosive sound came and the two L's, doubling of consonants, it should be taken as one, and you pronounce the word as colleague, right? And what is a colleague? What's a colleague? What do you mean by colleague?
Person who works.
Who?
Subordinate.
Subordinate means in a higher power. A person who is like working at a higher authority might be a subordinate. Colleague means a person who is working with you, right, along with you. It's called a colleague. Yes. So record, colleague. And then next, Shane, the fifth and sixth.
Purchase.
Very good.
Picture.
Picture, same. Okay, good. Then next, Amal. Now you have a set of adjectives. Read the first two.
Frosty.
Frosty, yes.
Jealous.
Jealous, good. The next,
Can I?
yes.
Obvious. Dormant.
Dormant. Dila, can you hear me? Abhinav, the last two. Vaishnav, unmute. Or Milan. Anthony Babu. See, I'm trying to.
Yes, ma'am.
Please read the last two words with the proper stress.
Anxious.
Stress on the first syllable, my dear. Then, how will you read it?
Anxious.
Try again.
Anxious.
Highlight anxious. And the last one? Neutral. Okay, so that should stand apart. The second set of words, the first syllable should sound different from others. Otherwise, it will be just like banana. It will be different. Banana. It will be very monotonous. There won't be any sort of intonation. Only when you take care of the stress on the words. Later on, when it comes to sentences, the stress on the words are also important. As in Janvi Panwar's video, I'm going to London and I'm going to London. See, difference in the stress. When you stress on the particular word in a sentence, it gives more meaning to the word and it makes you sound different, interesting. That is called intonation, right? 3 more minutes. I'll just give you the set of verbs also. Here, the last column comprises verbs. All these are verbs. Okay. O-B-J-E-C-T. Again, the same word. First it was used as a noun. Now it is used as a verb. Lakshmi, how will you pronounce a word?
Object.
That is a noun. I'm talking about the verbs.
Object.
Yes, object. Object. Parvati? Okay, Lakshmi, once again. Lakshmi, the second word after object?
Present.
Present. I present before you. Right. I present before you. That is a verb. Then Parvati, third one?
Produce.
Produce. Very good. Then?
Record.
Record. Where is your science record? Where is your science record? You have to record the timings. You have to record the timings. In there, you are using it as a verb. And then next, Carlin, the last two.
Connect.
Connect. Yes. Then
Express.
express. Express your feelings. Express your feelings. Okay, good. So I hope the point is clear to all of you. Is there anyone still writing?
No, no.
Okay, fine. So is it clear to you all
Yes.
what we learned today about the stress on words of 2 syllables? And before that, I would like to tell you one more thing. See, regarding the accent, did I say about the received pronunciation in the class? Received pronunciation?
No, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So we were talking about the different accents used different, and you said that we all understood that accent depends upon the place of origin, right? Your country, the region, the environment, etc. Even in UK, different accents are used, like Welsh accent, Cockney accent. Now, a number of accents are used. But here in our, like we suggest or we recommend to follow the received pronunciation because that is the purest form of British accent. It is also known by the name Queen's English.
RP accent.
Huh? RP, yes, RP or
accent.
Queen's English or Oxford English or BBC English. So that's why I asked you to watch the BBC World News regularly, because those channels, they use the received pronunciation, the purest form of British accent, which is easy to understand with more clarity. Okay, so it's time for us to wind up. We will be watching the remaining part of the video in the next class. Yes.
Ma'am, I got the last year phonetic transcription.
Last year. Okay, phonetic transcription. You have learned it, right? It's actually very interesting.
Yes, ma'am.
And from next class onwards, I have a small suggestion. Shall we work on vocabulary building? Like every week, shall we learn 5 new words?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So we will learn the pronunciation of the word, the stress, the proper stress on the syllable, and the usage. So in a month, you will be learning 20 words. It will improve your language. Huh? Okay? So we'll do it onwards. So thank you all. See you in the next class.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.